So we're here at the Heart Retreat. This is the first Heart Retreat that we've ever done. I've never even heard of a Heart Retreat before. I've heard of boot camps and residentials and so on and so forth. Yes, absolutely, I've heard of those. With this Heart Retreat, we're really focusing on the heart of the young masters, their heart body. You know, when you say like wear your heart on your sleeve, like we're focusing on that. Why? Because a lot of the young boys that we work with at the academy, they've had their heart broken, and that's just the truth. They've had their heart broken, and on top of that, through isolation and COVID and stuff, they have been through so much that they've just protected themselves. They're taking their heart, they put it in a kind of in a cage, and they've locked it up. So forget vulnerability, forget words like compassion and empathy and caring. They're just like, leave me alone. I just want to be in my phone, and I want to be in the metaverse, and I want to like, just be my avatar. It's not happening. That cannot be the future of our young masters. So we're here in the New Forest. We've been here. This is the second night. We've got 2 more nights, and I'm so tired, but I'm so gassed. These young masters have been amazing. Their behavior has been exemplary, and they're open to the discussions that we're having with them around matters of the heart, about how the heart is the source, is the engine room for their success. A lot of the young masters we work with, they want to be so much more than what they are now, but they're aware that there are some barriers that's in their place. You can see their appreciation. Just the air that they get to breathe is doing wonders for them. On top of that, we're having some amazing conversations with them, knowing that I don't need to force it. Don't need to force the conversation. Why? Because I know lunchtime is about 2 hours away, or we've got a workshop in 5 hours. They're not going home. We've got them for a few days. So it's amazing to be out here. I'm so grateful. And yeah, the work that needs to be done is no joke.
If I'm going to be completely honest, before coming, I was a bit skeptical. I thought it wasn't going to be all that. I was kind of dreading coming. But when I got out the bus, I was surprised, I'll be real. We came in, I saw a massive lodge, and I found out that it's 2 groups, there's 2 lodges. So we come in, there's tables, sofas, TV, kitchen, big rooms. I was like, fair enough.
I feel like very safe. I feel like obviously nobody's going to come in to rob us, but I basically feel like I'm back at home, if you get what I mean. Like as we say in our pledge, we're our brother's keepers. So we're basically a family. So I feel like we can trust each other, and I feel pretty safe here.
This is a space of vulnerability. So before we deep dive, we just get them into a playful mood. And this is all of the noise that's going on at the moment. So this game is called Werewolf, where they have to laugh and joke and banter, but they have to discover who the werewolf is within that little space that they're operating, as you can see over there. So check us out, innit?
Imagine somewhere where you're not judged for being who you are. You don't have to wear a mask. You don't have to use certain lingo. You can be yourself. Your likes are your likes. Your dislikes are your dislikes. And if you don't have a safe space, you're not going to grow. It's like planting a seed on concrete. It's not going anywhere. If you want to grow, you need to be in safe spaces. And not everyone has this. Most people who they surround themselves with, they always wear a mask. And they lose themselves, and they lose connection to their hearts. And then when you ask them, what do you want to do with your life? They don't know. I just want the bag. But you get the bag and you're depressed. You get the bag and you're stressed. You get the bag and you're still so angry. You haven't dealt with what happened to you in your childhood. So having a safe space is the first requirement for you to grow and for you to achieve your dreams.
We just finished a game, Werewolf. Oh my gosh, it's a simple game, and it's a game about literally convincing others that someone's a werewolf. You're trying to catch the werewolves, and the villagers are there trying to bandy together and campaign against somebody, and then you have a seer as well who has some knowledge that the other village don't have. You know those people who are wise, they have wisdom, even may have some psychic abilities, or their intuition is on point. And then you have a doctor, and the doctor can heal a villager or heal a werewolf, they don't know. However, this game, it went far. It went far. And what was great is watching how people were campaigning for themselves, but also the werewolves were working brain. When they started getting their rhythm, they literally started taking all of the villagers out. And in this particular game, you had it that there was a village of werewolves. all the villagers were gone. Every single one of them. And then what was amazing as well is one of the werewolves actually sacrificed another werewolf because like, you're a weak link. You're gonna let us down, so I'm gonna sacrifice you. And the other werewolf took it. He was like, you know what? It's true. This is for the greater vision, which is I want to yam humans. So this is for the greater vision. So that was great. However, what was even more beautiful was actually observing the lessons from it. Was speaking about actually how easy you can be manipulated by someone that knows more than you about you. And how it's important that you know yourself better than anybody else. Because if you don't, you'll be manipulated. So that was phenomenal. The young masters were discussing that and things that they can learn about themselves so they can be more empowered. We were speaking about the school to prison pipeline and how, you know, they say they can know where a child would be by the age of 20 just from reception, just from their characteristics, their home environment, also their upbringing. So watching the young masters really fathom that and that digest inside themselves and be like, nah, I don't want to be a statistic. So what can I do to know all the things that make me tick, make me angry, make me upset, all the unhealed parts of myself, so I can be the only architect of my future and there's not going to be another person trying to control my strings.
The last few days has been an amazing experience, getting to know the young masters. Some of them I'm already familiar with from just engaging with them when I've been at Manhood Academy Global or on the last camping trip. There was a few that were there, but then a lot of them are new to me. So it's been like a new experience all over again, meeting new people. One person who I haven't seen in like 7 years. It's been an amazing experience seeing some of them the growth, some of them the challenges that they've overcome, some of them the new challenges. It was quite enlightening in the sense of you're almost looking at your past self for someone like me, and I'm sure some of the other mentors. It's like you're looking at your past self and just almost projecting the potential pathway that some of these lot could take, their potential destinies and their path to success. And it's just amazing some of the things that they will articulate, because a lot of time you see them joking and laughing, but when it's time to get serious, they show that as young as we may be, like the future's bright. Again, it's another lesson that perseverance. You might fail at something, but try again, even as an adult.
After Brother Albert's werewolf session, my first time playing the game, some of these youngers are ruthless and strategic, and it was beautiful to see. And then we went into my flow state, which was the jiu-jitsu, introduction to jiu-jitsu. So we didn't go into the physical element of it. We're going to go and have a little bit of fun of that in just a moment. But we went into the theory side of jiu-jitsu, a lot of the principles and the foundational elements or philosophy side. So that's a lot of elements of or principles of discipline, respect, integrity, trust. One of the key things that I was key with a lot of the young masters is I wouldn't coach any of them if I don't feel I could trust them. If I thought any of them were going to use the skills that I showed them maliciously or in an unhealthy way, I'll just ask them to set up the session. Several of them had so many amazing questions to ask in regards to how many people have I bodied, training wise, what it takes to do certain things. And it's beautiful that it was an open, safe conversation where a lot of them also, I think, reflected on their behaviors, their giving up, their perseverance, their spirits in trying to do things and maybe sort of not doing it because it got a bit hard. So it's just overcoming those kind of obstacles.
So the growth that I've seen in some of these young masters is amazing. And I'm thinking of one young master in particular who, when we were first in North London and we're all gearing up to come here, he didn't want to come out the car. His mum had to basically say, please drag him out. You have permission, because he does not want to come. And I remember coming up to the side and talking to him, why don't you want to come? I don't have this. I don't have that. I can't perform to the maximum of my ability because I don't have a coat. I don't have a toothbrush. I don't have a toothpaste, etc. And it took about 5 or so minutes of reasoning with him to say, well, you can't go back and get it, and you're coming with us anyways, so embrace the journey. And seeing him in certain activities where he could have given up, but he tried again. Even conquering fears was massive. And just today, we was having a conversation, and he referenced certain things about the first time in North London where he said, you know, it's that person's fault because I don't have this, I don't have that. But just subconsciously, today he said, you know what, I forgot this. I forgot that. And I went to him, you know, I've seen a shift in you. Before where it was they, now it's I. You've taken accountability, and we spoke a lot about that. And I suppose why he thought some of the things he did beforehand in comparison to now, and kind of seeing what we were trying to say in terms of be accountable, because you can say you don't have this because of them, but you're the only person that's here.
And it was truly a great experience. Like, I'm actually really happy I came because it's kind of like, it really helped me.